Picture this. You're in full armor, on horseback, in the middle of a desert, and you're about to charge into an army 5 times your size. Your knights are lined up behind you. You have around 3,000. Across the field, Saladin has 26,000. The math is not in your favor. But that's not all. You haven't felt pain in 2 years. Not because God hardened you for this moment. You literally cannot feel your hands gripping the reins. You have leprosy. Your body is decomposing while you're still using it. And right now, you're pointing it at the largest army in the region. The ground is shaking. Saladin's cavalry is coming closer. Oh, hey there. Let's talk about what it actually feels like to rule a kingdom, command an army, and hold back one of history's greatest military minds while your own body is quietly, methodically destroying itself from the inside out. You were born in 1161, the son of King Amalric I of Jerusalem. Jerusalem at this point wasn't just a city, it was a kingdom, a crusader state carved out of the Holy Land, surrounded on every side by Islamic powers that very much wanted it back. A kingdom that existed in a permanent state of existential threat. Not exactly the ideal environment for a sick kid. You were around 9 years old when your tutor, William of Tyre, noticed something wrong during a game. The boys were pinching each other, testing pain tolerance, the way boys do. You didn't react. Not stoic, not tough, just genuinely, completely unbothered. William pressed harder. Nothing. Your father had you examined. The diagnosis was leprosy. And here's where the biology becomes important. Because medieval people thought they understood leprosy. They didn't, not even close. Leprosy is caused by Mycobacterium leprae, a bacteria so slow-moving it has one of the longest incubation periods of any known infectious disease. 3 to 5 years between infection and first symptoms, which means you were almost certainly infected as a very young child and nobody knew. Here's what makes this bacteria uniquely horrifying. It attacks your nerves, specifically the peripheral nervous system, the network of nerves running from your spinal cord out to your skin, your fingers, your face, your feet, the parts of you that feel the world. Mycobacterium leprae colonizes these nerve pathways and destroys them slowly, systematically. But you don't feel pain, which is the darkest irony of the disease. The process of losing sensation is itself painless. You don't feel it happening. Think about how many times a day pain saves your life. You touch something hot, you pull back. You twist your ankle, you limp. You have a stone in your shoe, you stop walking. Pain is information. It's your body's early warning system. Leprosy turns that system off. So you injure yourself without knowing. You develop sores and infections from repeated, unnoticed injuries and keep walking on them because you have no signal telling you to stop. The tissue breaks down, bone gets absorbed by the body over time. Fingers shorten, toes shorten, not falling off dramatically, just slowly, quietly disappearing. And the face. Mycobacterium leprae has a particular preference for cooler parts of the body. The eyebrows go first, then sensation in the face. Then the cartilage of the nose begins to collapse inward. The sunken nose, the thickened skin, the loss of expression, the bacteria methodically working through the nerves of your face. And here's what makes your situation unlike almost any leper in medieval history. It was a social verdict. Lepers were legally dead in some jurisdictions, required to ring bells to warn people of their approach, considered spiritually corrupt, punished by God, untouchable in every sense. But you are king of Jerusalem. You cannot be hidden away. The kingdom needs a ruler, and you are it. So you rule openly, visibly, with a disease that medieval society considers the mark of divine punishment in a kingdom that is supposed to be the holiest place on earth. Let's go through what this actually does to you. Not just biologically, what it feels like to live inside a body that is methodically shutting itself down while a kingdom depends on you to hold it together. Early stage, age 13 to 16. Your father dies. You are now king of Jerusalem. Your hands are already partially numb. You can grip a sword, but you can't fully feel it. And here's the thing nobody warns you about. It's not the numbness that gets you. It's the discoveries. You find a burn on your palm from a candle you held too long. A cut on your foot you've apparently been walking on for 2 days. Mycobacterium leprae is in no hurry. It divides once every 12 to 14 days. It has time. The damage accumulates the way debt accumulates, invisibly, until suddenly it isn't invisible anymore. By 16, the numbness has spread to both hands, both feet, patches across your face. But your legs still work. Your arms still work. Functionally, if not sensationally. You can ride, you can hold a sword. So at Monkeyzard, with 3,000 knights against Saladin's 26,000, you do exactly that. You lead the charge yourself. Hit Saladin's force while they're strung out on the march, not in battle formation. His army breaks. Monkeyzard is one of the greatest military upsets of the medieval period. The most feared commander in the Islamic world just got handed the worst defeat of his career by a teenager who couldn't feel his hands. Middle stage, age 19 to 22, the face starts. This is different from the hands. Because you can't hide your face the way you hide your hands behind gloves, you catch reflections in polished metal, in still water, and the face looking back at you is becoming less familiar. The cartilage in your nose collapsing, the eyebrows thinning, the skin thickening. Still yours, just less yours than it was last year. Medieval medicine has nothing useful to offer. Physicians suggest bathing in blood, in lion fat, in various preparations that do exactly nothing except remind you that nobody understands what's happening to your body or how to stop it. You are the most powerful person in the Holy Land, and you are completely on your own with this. Then at 22, you can no longer ride a horse. Final stage, age 23 to 24. Your vision is going. The world getting slightly softer at the edges, shapes less defined, colors losing precision. You compensate again because compensating is what you do. You rely on reports, on trusted voices, on descriptions of what your eyes can no longer reliably process. And here's the darkest part of the whole experience. You are completely aware of all of it. Leprosy doesn't touch cognition, doesn't blur your thinking or soften your understanding of what's happening to you. Your world contracts. You still hold court, still make decisions through intermediaries, but your entire kingdom is now the dimensions of your bed. In 1185, age 24, your immune system, exhausted from over a decade of fighting Mycobacterium leprae, simply stops holding the line. Wounds that weren't felt weren't treated. Infections that took hold before anyone noticed. A cascade of systemic failures your body no longer has the resources to fight, which leads to your unavoidable death. So let's zoom out, because leprosy itself is not medieval, not ancient. There are approximately 200,000 new cases diagnosed every year, right now. Mostly in India, Brazil, and Indonesia. It didn't go anywhere. It just got quieter in the places that could afford to forget about it. But luckily today, leprosy is curable, has been since the 1940s. A standard course of antibiotics eliminates the infection completely.